All right. Hello, friends and fellow drivers. OG Transporter 828 here, your transcontinental logistics relocation expert. Yeah, at your service. So here we go one more time. I want to show you two more things, or tell you about two more things, right? And just stay with me on this because they're both very important. Both of them will make your life easier, and one of them will definitely keep you out of trouble with total strangers. Okay, all right, so I'll save that one for last. Here's the first one. First one has to do with dropping trailers, right? You're going to do swap, drop and swap and hook, whatever it is your company calls it. That's what you're going to be doing. Okay, you have two ways that you're going to be doing this, right? One is either manual, the other is either air assist, right? So what we're doing is releasing, you know how you pull that on the manual, you pull the kingpin lock release, the jaw release on the kingpins, yank, you reach under there and do that, or you use a puller. Okay, we're going to make this so easy. You're going to say, well, gee whiz, that was ridiculous. How come I haven't been doing it? I don't know, because I didn't tell you. Because the people that you were working with didn't tell you. I don't know. But here's the story. Here it is, real simple. Get outside. Crank your landing gear down, right, until it touches the ground. Don't crank it down, and once it touches the ground, keep cranking to start until you see daylight in between the fifth wheel plate and the apron of the trailer. What? Stop. Don't do that. Okay, that's like using your time on your clock to walk around and do a DOT pre-trip. What is stop. Don't do that. Don't do it. Here's what you need to do. Crank it down until we contact cement, right? Boom, it contacts. Great. Or the ground. Then pull it out to high gear, the easier one. Just a second. Okay, you pull it out to the easier one, right? That's high gear. Just give it two more turns. 1, 2. Then put that crank arm away. That's done. This is the manual way that we're doing this. First of all, put the crank arm away. Then release your airlines and your electrical, right? Then walk back into your truck. Get in the truck. Fire your truck up. Put your foot on the brake. Put it in your forward gear. Release your parking brake. Now, while your foot is still on the brake and you've released your parking brake, drop the air out of your airbags. That's all you got to do. Just hit the airbag button and it goes, and just take your foot off of the service brake, and what's going to happen is going to move forward. It is, but now it really will, because it doesn't have any weight on it. All right. Once you get out from under there, right away, keep your foot on your service brake. Re-inflate your airbags. Okay? Put it in neutral. Put on your parking brake. Get outside and admire the work that you just did. Okay? You're good to go. It's just that simple. All right. Now, if you're doing this with air, as an air release, the only thing that's going to be different is your sequence of releasing your airlines. That's all, okay? But in the meantime, that's the way you want to do it, the way I just described to you, except for the fact that your sequence is different. That's the only thing that's different. Okay, now let's talk about the best part about all of that as far as what I was describing to you. You cranked down until it touched the ground, and then you pulled it out and cranked it 1, 2 more times, and that's the end of it. That's what you just did. How long did that take? It took as long as it took, but how much effort did it take? Okay, so you probably spent more time trying to figure out which way you're supposed to turn it to get it to go down, right? Than you did actually making it go down, pulling it out to the high gear and turning it 2 more times. All you need to do is contact the ground. That's all you need to do, and it works out fine. Okay, now the reason why you want to do that is real simple. It really, really is. And that is because you've fought through cranking down some trailer that somebody cranked all the way up to the sky for no apparent reason. You know what I'm saying? For you older folks, some people put this trailer higher than Willie Nelson gets. For you other people, some people put their trailer so far up it's higher than Snoop Dogg. I mean, you know, it's just like, why did we just do that, right? That's not even necessary. All you got to do is have it to clear the fifth wheel. And the easiest way to get that to happen, make sure it has contact down there on your landing gear, is contacted to the ground. And then when you release the air out of your fifth wheel, it separates. How you doing? That's exactly what happens. Okay? All right. How do I know this? Experience. That's all. That's it. That's all. That's all. One time I had to go under a 13.6 that wasn't quite 13.6. I took a gamble and I had some people around me to make sure things were going to work out fine. And I dropped the air in my airbags. And because that is actually the highest point, the point where your fifth wheel is and the front of that trailer, that is the highest point of your trailer, of your rig, not the back. So if you can get that underneath, the rest is going to follow. And I had to do that one time in Connecticut. I just dropped my airbags because they had repaved the ground. You could see it was fresh asphalt, like fresh. And they still didn't have any lines down or anything. It was fresh asphalt. And it was just looking wrong as I pulled up to it. And I stopped and I got out a few times and looked and I said, oh no. And I eased it forward and I said, oh no. And there was no way for me to back up because at this point there was about 8-10 cars or so behind me, and they were all coming off of another feeder street, so I couldn't even see the other cars that were back there. I had a couple of the people who were near me help me out because they saw what I was doing, and they said, oh man, I'll help you. So they helped tell these cars to stop in case I had to back up, and I eased this thing underneath there. I dropped my airbags and it worked. Okay, you learn things the longer you live, and you go through different things and you learn different things. So that's how that works. Okay, let's move on to number 2, the thing that I told you about. I'm going to keep this under 10 minutes. Do not park in front of the scale after you have scaled and go inside and get your ticket, or go inside and use the bathroom, or go inside and buy something to eat or something to drink real quick, even though you know you parked out there and you could probably be inconveniencing somebody, right? Because it's the wrong thing to do. That's why you should not do it. It may be the right thing for you to do because it seems right in your mind, but it's not right for anybody else. You follow me? Okay? So don't do that. After you roll off of that scale, go around somewhere, park, and go get your stuff. And then you can do it in a leisurely manner, or you could do it in a frantic manner if you want to, whatever it is. But guess what? You're in no one else's way. That's a public scale, and you have no right to block it. Okay? All right. That's all I have to say with that. So keep that good, and we'll be good. And I'll talk to you guys later. Okay? All right. Have a good one.